welcome to March's readings for your zodiac signs. Just like usual, we're going to be doing the past, present, and future readings. But before your video begins, I just wanted to put up some significant dates that are going to be going through the month of March that you should be highly aware of, that may affect your circumstances or how you feel. Additionally, during March, we're actually going to be experiencing Saturn in Pisces for, I believe, the first time in 30 years. I'm not quite sure, but I know we'll have Saturn in Pisces until 2025, so that's going to be a really big energy. And essentially what that means is that the universe will be testing our boundaries during this time. So also please be mindful of that as well within the reading if that calls out to you. But yeah, so we'll be using the Zodiac dice too. And let's get on with your guys' reading. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for March 2023. We are going to be doing it the same as last time, so past, present, future, your thoughts and feelings, and then we'll be using the Hedge Oracle and the Crystal Oracle for your general energies. We'll also be doing the Zodiac dice as well to see what kind of energies are going to be influencing you this month. Remember, these dice are just dessert, so if they don't resonate with you, then that's perfectly okay. There may be, like I said, just energies that are influencing you or people in your life that may be influencing you during this time. But yeah, take it how it resonates, and I'll get started by tossing these dice. Okay, so you have, for the first dice, you have Pisces. And then for your second sign, you have fellow fire sign Aries. And last but not least, you have Aquarius. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Monsoon deck in order to shuffle your past, and then we'll be using the Muerte Tarot deck for your present and the Ceccoli Tarot deck for your future. I apologize if I butcher any of those names. So yeah, what's going on in Sagittarius's most recent past for the month of March in 2023. Oh my god. Okay. That's too many cards. I need you to just give me one at a time. So what's going on with Sagittarius? Oh, okay. Well, that one flew out. I need two more cards, universe. Two more cards. What's going on with Sagittarius? Month of March. Oh. Okay. Put that there. Muerte deck. What's going on for Sagittarius during the month of March 2023? Oh, there we go. And then just one more card, please, universe. One more card for Sagittarius. Yeah, I'll take this one. Okay, and last but not least, what is going to go on in the future for Sagittarius during March 2023? Ooh, that one fell from the floor. So just give me 1 second to pick it up. I'll take this guy. And then one more card for Sagittarius, please. This one. Okay, so we will put these guys aside. And then we will pull on your thoughts and feelings using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So what is going on? What are Sagittarius' thoughts and feelings for March 2023? Oh my god, okay. And then there was another one that seemed to fall on the floor. Jesus. Okay. There we go. And we'll be drawing the advice pile over here. Okay. So I'm gonna put these guys aside for here, and this is your advice pile. And then we'll just be doing the oracle cards. Okay. So what are Sagittarius' general energies for March 2023? This one. Sagittarius' energies. And the crystal deck. These two. They flew out together. Okay, so we will put these aside as well. And let's get into your reading. Alrighty, so for the past cards, you have the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords. Then you have the Hanged Man. And last but not least, you have the Knight of Fire. And I just want to make a note, this is actually your symbol that's on the Knight of Fire, which is pretty interesting. So before I say anything, I want to look at all of the cards because I feel like that would add some clarity before I start speaking. Although I do want to, well, actually, I will wait until I pull all of the cards and reveal them, and then we can talk about it as a whole. So for the present, you have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, it came up in reverse, but we don't take reversal, so we'll flip that. Then you have the Knight of Swords. And then for your future, shift it over, you have the Two of Swords. Okay. The Seven of Cups. And last but not least, you have the Knight of Pentacles again. Okay. So it looks like what your focus for March is going to be is finding stability within yourself. And this is very clear due to the Knight of Pentacles showing up twice, and then you have the Four of Pentacles over here. And I wouldn't say this, what I'm feeling from this Nine of Air is that there was something that happened that caused you to have some sort of anxiety moving through life. And so, and this could be like a family situation where, like, your family has certain expectations, and that's what's causing you to have anxiety. That's what's causing you to have nightmares, because maybe, you know, you're reaching that age where you're not necessarily like fully fulfilling that. That could just be one example. Another example could be a relationship where you may have just gotten out or are in the process of getting out of a relationship that was really unhealthy for you. And so for the time being, you decided to just take your time to be on your own. And that's what I'm seeing with this Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man energy is kind of like letting the universe take control, letting the universe bring opportunities to you. And so because you allowed the universe to do that for you, you're starting to feel a little bit better about yourself and more in your own power, if that makes sense. But you are still yearning for some sort of stability, because these nightmares, these anxieties, you know, like really bother you. A good example of this would be, you know, at one point, you experienced, you know, like poverty, right? And so you're in that survival mindset. But then once you reach to a place that is stable, your mindset, your situation changes. Not necessarily like your mindset changes. It may take time for your mindset to change, and maybe I can kind of see that in this situation as well. So like you may still have some of these lingering anxieties, but you're in the process of trying to become stable, trying to reach that form of stability where you're not constantly worrying about whether or not you have enough money or if this person really likes you or not. And so because you're trying to achieve that stability, you're encompassing, you know, this Knight of Pentacles energy and also this Knight of Swords energy, because now that you know what you want, you are saying, hey, these are the things that I want, and this is what I'm willing to do to get them. But at the same time, it's interesting because it is definitely a balance of sort. Because the Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the tarot deck. So he wants to rush in, he wants to get things done without thinking. But the Knight of Pentacles is the exact opposite of that. So he wants to take everything slow, he wants to think about every single decision he's going to make. And sometimes it can be both a good thing and a bad thing. But what I'm really seeing here is that you're leaning towards this Knight of Pentacles energy, but you're communicating with that air energy. So like you are taking the time to think about it, but you are communicating. So like for instance, if somebody wants to be in a relationship with you, you're saying, hey, like I just got out of a relationship that was unstable. I'm trying to focus on myself, get myself ready and everything. And, you know, I may need a little bit more time before I can go into a relationship, which is a really big thing to do. Not a lot of people actually take the time to be self-aware and do that. So I feel like there's a sense of self-awareness here. But because you're still trying to maintain or establish stability, there are going to be obstacles coming up ahead that you should look out for. The Two of Swords typically represents a choice. In this card, she's walking over a tightrope. So it's that sort of feeling, but in the original tarot deck, it's a woman who has two swords and she's blindfolded. But a really big thing about the original tarot deck is that there's an island behind her, and some say that the choice that she's making is whether or not to leave or to go to this new island. And I see that because you are being more stable, there are also new opportunities that are coming towards you, but are those opportunities the right opportunities for you? Or are you going to pick a situation where you're going to experience this anxiety again? And you can really see that through the Seven of Cups, because in this one, it's Alice in Wonderland theme, so you have all the different rabbits and the different holes. But in the original tarot deck, you have cups with both good and bad things, and it's up to you to make the choice of what cups you want to take. And so I'm really seeing that being highlighted here. Okay, so let me clear the table. Let's have a look into what your thoughts and feelings are, and then have a look into the advice pile, because the advice pile may shine a light on some of these cards over here as well. So let's clean these cards out, and let's have a look. Okay, so the first card that you have for your thoughts and feelings is the Seven of Swords. So some kind of tricky element that is aiding into the Nine of Swords energy that we feel. Then you have the Queen of Swords, yeah. And then last but not least, we have the Two of Pentacles, yeah. So very much that balance. So I can see here in the cards that this Nine of Swords situation, that this situation that made you have so many anxieties, there was a sense of trickiness, there was a sense of betrayal to it. And with the Queen of Swords, you cut that out of your life, or you're in the process of cutting that out of your life. And because of that, and because you're communicating so clearly with this air energy, you are figuring out what's going to be the right balance for you. So yeah, I mean, those cards are pretty straightforward. Let me shift them up and let's have a look at your advice. Okay, so we'll do this in the order that we drew the cards. So for your first advice card, you have the Three of Fire, so that's the Three of Wands. So you're in this planning mode at the moment, or you need to plan. Then you have the Magician, yeah, Magician, wonderful opportunities lying ahead. Next you have the King of Cups, okay. And then you have the Devil. Okay, I see what it's talking about here. So typically when we look at the Devil card, we think of like something toxic, a situation that was toxic, but it also symbolizes like a sense of control. So whatever this situation was, it was definitely controlling you with respect to the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Swords energy. And so the universe wants you to move past that by, I know I've said this already, but by maintaining balance. And why I say that is because during your reading, it stands out to me that you have water, you have earth, you have air, and of course you are a fire sign. So it's kind of like having all of these different signs is it's like being that it's like being that avatar. So like you have all that you need in order to move forward, and that's really represented by the magician here too, because it traditionally, the magician also has one of everything. He has a pentacle, he has a sword, he has a wand, he has a cup, and that's what enables him to manifest and bring in the things that he wants for his life. So the universe is just encouraging you here to maintain a balance in terms of your emotions, because you're already communicating very effectively. You're looking to be more stable, like that pentacle, but now you just need to plan and have that fiery momentum that you carry with you in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve. But yeah, I mean, it seems it's pretty straightforward. So let's clear and have a look at what your oracle cards are. And we'll read an excerpt from the Hedge Field Guide, and we'll keep these cards up here. So, for your oracle cards, the first one that you have is the cattail, which means to build. Then you have chicory, which means to sustain. Then for your crystal cards, you have clear quartz, which is psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, and magnified energy. And then last but not least, you have angelite, which is angel communication, clairvoyance, alignment, and dream insights. Alrighty. So we'll start with the cattail. The oracle property build is a perfect fit for this useful plant. There are times in life when we must focus on immediate goals and concerns, and other times when we should be building, strengthening our foundations, and planning for the future. Relating to this oracle card to tarot cards, it would be connected with the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Pentacles, as both speak to building a legacy, relationships, and the foundations of a strong home. And then let me look at chicory. The oracle property sustain speaks to the usefulness and availability of chicory during difficult times. Cows, horses, sheep, rabbits, and even poultry and field fowl take important nutrients from this plant. Chicory is an example of how one organism can sustain others. You may not always have the best skill set, the right answer, or the resources to share, but we can all contribute and support those around us. Sometimes that just means being there in a difficult moment, listening, moving furniture, or simply holding space for others. Do what you can to sustain others, and you will find others will do the same for you. The Six of Pentacles in the Tarot deck speaks to charity, community giving, and the need to sustain one another. You may find yourself on the giving or receiving end of this equation, so try to handle either position with grace. So yeah, definitely focusing on building that foundation. Like I said, maintaining the stability with the Four of Pentacles and the Two Knight of Pentacles, but also ensuring that you are sustaining yourself, like the chicory says. And yeah, I don't really see much of anything else in your reading. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I hope you were able to find something that was helpful to you, and thank you so much for being here during your reading, and I hope you have a wonderful March. Bye bye.